Hey folks, my name is Patdees. Welcome to my channel, The Traveling Picker, Patdees. I don't know what this video basically will get watched by different YouTubers. I wanted to make a video. I think there's always the curiosity of what a person makes doing YouTube. I am not a big YouTuber, obviously, and I'm using the comparison to mrbeast. I have, at the time of this filming, January 20th, I have about 3,450 subscribers. And I started YouTube basically in January 2019. I think it says, and here I have my channel pulled up, and I wanted to do this video, honestly, is really to lay it out there and get people to really understand that, are curious about it, and people that want to be YouTubers or small, and really the time that it takes to do what we do. And there's a lot of free time put in, so stay tuned. Let's dig into it. Okay, let's dig into it. Now, like I said, I've been doing, and if you go in the About section, a lot of times you can, but that's not, it says I joined joined January 24th, 2014. That's because if you have to comment or thumbs up any video, then you need to join. So obviously this channel was joined, but I think I just had my regular name. Yeah, so I mean that's 8 years ago, but obviously I've only been putting out videos the last 3 years, and excuse me, geez, filming late here. See, so you know, a lot goes into doing YouTube. You know, making your banner and creating, and you know, and I've made mistakes. My problem has been I tried to put too much stuff on my channel that you gotta the best advice I've learned, especially over the last year, is to niche it down. Basically, unless you're a celebrity or somebody big that you can get away with posting more content like that, there's so many YouTube channels that you gotta specialize. And honestly, I have to what I'm doing is I'm a reseller. I've been a entrepreneur, restaurant owner, and have done several businesses, but really what I do now is a full-time reseller. What's a reseller? A person who buys things to resell. You know, sell on eBay, sell on Amazon, sell, you know, Facebook Marketplace, yard sale, whatever. You know, that's I guess the hustle that I do. That would be the job category. So there's an interest in that, and my favorite show is American Pickers, David Letterman, and I when I first started out, I was interviewing a lot of other resellers, and with that being said, if tomorrow Jimmy mrbeast wanted to come on my channel, even though he's not a reseller, he's an entrepreneur, I would interview him. Anybody that's big or celebrity that you can get lucky, and Larry the Cable Guy wanted to come on, I'd interview him. You know, because that's going to bring eyes to your channel and stuff like that. So even though it's outside, you hope that people come and find you that way. You have that one video that makes you go viral, and they like what you're doing, and they follow you. And that happens. And so, you know, with that being said, so let's dig into manage video. Basically, if you want to find, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you manage videos. And I'm going to go in my dashboard here. You know, yeah, as of today, 3,447, and channel analytics, and you can see here in the last 28 days, 6,000 point. Again, I'm a small channel, 490. Now, full disclosure, you need. So on average, I'm getting around 200, 250 views a day. Again, that's small, and I wanted to be better. My focus was too much, kind of showing daily content that, and I've learned from other bigger channels that I'm friends with that sometimes maybe don't push out quantity, push out quality, and instead of trying to do, let's say, 20 a month, try doing 8 to 12 a month. So that's kind of the route I'm taking. um, I will show you, and I'll do some custom dates. Start it in we're going to go back to, we're going to change the day, 01/01/2019. And a lot of people don't realize all the free time that you put in to not get paid. So let's go apply that. So that was the first year. And you could see there, 2019, I didn't get monetized until about July. So it took me no, I got monetized the middle of June, actually. So it took me basically 6.5 months to get monetized. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, or 240,000 minutes. So I gained 1.7 thousand subscribers that first year, and I'm not quite sure exactly how many videos, but I made $510.74. Not a lot of money for 85, but you got to keep in mind, 85,000 views. Probably half of those I didn't get paid at all. Revenue was basically $13 CPM. That means cents per mile. That means pretty much what Google charged for advertisers for every 1,000 views. $13. I get half of that. Now, that number is a little bit skewed. RPM could be skewed because of super chats. Now, let's look. In 2019, my revenue, and I'm going back 3 years because I'm really trying to give everyone an honest picture of really how things have changed or grown or over the last 3 years. And I did transaction revenue with super chats. That was $250. I'm going to round up, $254. Ad revenue, $245, and YouTube Premium revenue, that was only $13. That means people who pay to skip the ads, you still get a little piece of that action for those people that watch. This gives you basically what the super chat and what the super stickers were. You can get into, and I'm not going to get real deep into that, but my audience, it'll show. It's funny because too here, and this shows up, other channels your audience is watching, and there's 15 of them. People have said to me, "Oh, Pat, where do you see that information?" There it is, right there. So you could see, I mean, Auction Professor, Harry Tornado, The Nurse Flipper, Mr. Buys a Lot, Big Barn Auction, Donna, Bearded Picker, Auctions for You, Storage Auction Pirate, Primetime Treasure Hunter, Treasure Hunt with Jeebus, Shed Flips, and Daily Refinement, What the Hell's, and Commonwealth Flipper. And the funny thing is, I know all these channels, and I've talked to every one of them, but maybe I'm only gonna say one. I don't think I've ever talked to Chris. I mean, I don't talk to these people, everybody, regularly. I just recently found out who the Nurse Flipper was. But we have a common audience. Am I picking up a lot of their subs? Not really. So that's a little bit sometimes discouraging, but it is what it is. Here gives you an idea. The darker colors are when people are watching. The geographics, 78% are from the United States. At that time, 60% subscribed, 61% male, 40% female. Most of my audience is in my age bracket, in the 45 to 54. I'm in my 40s still, and a couple, but mostly that's 35 to 54 makes up 65, 67% of my audience for that year. Okay, so now let's go into 2020 custom. Let's change it. So $500 and some dollars for 2019. And let's see. Oh no, that's, see how it's holding that. It's holding that 19 there. We got to change that. Okay, there we go. So we're going to go to overview. So 2020, I had 92,000 views, but see the difference? It was only 6,000 more. My watch time's about the same. My subscribers actually were less. The first year I gained 1,700. I gained 867 that year, and I made $1,400 roughly that year. Transaction revenue was $951, which is super chats, and my ad revenue was $428, and YouTube it was 19. So yeah, I had audience. Same. United States 67%. Not subscribed 64%. About the same breakdown as far as a little bit more older. I mean, a little bit less a younger crowd, a little bit more of an older crowd. Okay, now we could click on 2021, which you can see it went down. I lost. I went from 500 to 1,400 to basically 1,100. Now I had 106. I had basically 100,000 more views, watch time about the same, and almost the same amount of subscribers. If you remember, the other one said 867, and went down 750. No, this is the difference. $750 in ad revenue and only $311 in super chats. So my CPM was slightly down, and so my RPM was way down, and that's because I got less super chats. And the reason that was, honestly, was I chose to go live a lot less. With 2021, I was keeping myself busy. Even 2020 changed for me because of COVID, and I was busy really being a reseller, and some of the negativity I didn't like on YouTube. I just chose to kind of separate myself and not really do lives, or I probably honestly took in 2021, I probably took 3 or 4 months off, and in 2021 I probably took 3 or 4 months off. I kind of getting that funk, that wanting to take a break. But I sometimes think it hurts the channel. And 2021, what happened was I had met Milad Merge, who was the Subway kid that did a lot of shorts and had a lot of popularity growing his channel, but that's all he was doing. And I watching him, I did notice that people were complaining if he tried to do something else besides Subway related. I have a background in Subway because I own Subway, so I thought it'd be naturally to collab with him. And I went out and met him, and I'm clicking on that video, and it gained me 162 subscribers, 31,000 views, but only made me $64. So the CPM was only $5.26 for that. So there's the difference. CPM it's really hard to sometimes figure out someone's revenue or what they're doing, because the CPM could be so different from one video to the next. Apparently this was more like, meeting, a local little celebrity kid, and they didn't feel it was something that was a broad, but now the audience, even though it was a lot, so 526, look at that. Had that been closer, to 12, I automatically would have made about $200 on this video. Now here's the audience. The audience was 99% not subscribed. So basically they were coming to see Milad. They wanted someone that could interview Milad and come see him. Look at the it was 94% male and 62% 18 to 24. And that's pretty much his age bracket. if you notice, there was really nobody in my age group that was watching that video. They just weren't interested. And people from India, Pakistan, and they just weren't watching that one. So even though I gained 162 subscribers, how much of those people still watch now because they are more interested in Malad and not interested in my reselling content? So I really wanted to be kind of the subway guy and travel around, and I did give out some free food, and I mean, I gave out more than 60. I made $64 on that video, but I probably gave out $150 worth of food. And I had done several videos, but they just weren't really getting the traction that I needed that I felt to continue. And again, it was sort of going off of what I was doing, even though I was an entrepreneur Subway owner before. It just wasn't, my audience wasn't kind of finding, for me to do that. So there you go. 370,000 views, 31,000 watch hours, 3,400 subscribers, $3,050 is what I made the last 3 years. So that's pretty much $1,000 a year. If you factor in, I mean, the first 6 months, I've been averaging about we'll factor those in because they were all freebies. So about $90 a month I'm making. Revenue, $12. RPM, 9. That's higher than half, because that would be, what happens is you get half of the CPM. So that was a little higher because of the super chats. That's what Patdees makes. My goal this year is to grow to 10,000 subscribers, and I don't do no more shorts. Everything is reselling content related. Let's look back at the last. It's been a little bit. It's still a struggle. I mean, I'm gaining subscribers, but everything's still reselling related, except for a couple of videos that are still have some traction that are out there. I mean, and I don't want to take them down. I did turn off the video related to friend passing away, just because honestly the negative comments, I just didn't want that to be the focus of the channel. You could see here, I mean, I did this video 2 years ago where my wife got a cast, and I just want to throw it out. It's got 10,000 views. Let's click that on real quick and see how much it made. Didn't make a whole lot of money. Watch. $25 and 13 subscribers, 11,000 views. So the revenue for that, even though it's $8, I got $230. The problem is that was kind of made. It was made my second month in, and it was just me basically wanting to edit, and if somebody wanted to see a cast, and it still gets views. It's got 9 views the last 2 days, but it doesn't pay a whole lot. So what did I make this last week? 7 cents on 30 views. So you're not getting rich from it, and I mean, I'm not even getting half. So maybe on certain medical, I don't know. I don't know. So, all right, let's dig into Mr. Beast and see what his numbers are. Okay, well, here we are, Mr. Beast, and I'm subscribed to him. He's a younger guy. He's appealing to a younger crowd, and from what I know, his story is when he was younger, the money that he was making on YouTube, he just kept on plowing it back into the business. Now, people don't understand that. You want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a big YouTuber. The last I heard, he had 20-some employees. But I had talked to Malad, and Malad did a free cookie thing with him because he now has like 3 channels where he's giving away stuff from Soup Kit, and Malad was part of that. And Malad told me that he has close to 75 employees now. So, I mean, he's big. So he can't do it all himself. But look at that. 14.4 billion views on 718. I mean, I think he's the fastest growing channel this year. I mean, he's raised money. Look at all his accomplishments. The biggest, I mean, his video that he did, look at this one. Jeez.
I recreated every single set from Squid Game in real life, and whichever one of these 456 people survives the longest wins 456 grand.
The first game we're going to play is red light, green light, and they have 30 minutes.
From what I understand,
on the other side of the
this was his best video. 206 million views, and it's only 2 months old. What happened was there's 456 people, and they're playing the Squid Game. Basically, that's based on a television series that they did on Netflix, and to be part of that, and I did it myself, and this is the genius in the marketing of Jimmy, Mr. Beast. You had to buy a T-shirt to be considered, and the T-shirt was $50. So I bought a $45 T-shirt, and that's another thing. You know, when I do my show and I get super chats, I highlight all of them and I thank them. And he's so big that sometimes there's so many people in his chat. I've seen it where 50, 60,000 people are in his lives when he does lives that he can't highlight. I've did a couple super chats thinking, oh, people, you know, will see it, maybe they'll sub and check you out, but it's nothing. I mean, it's probably nothing for him to sometimes make $10,000 or $20,000 on a live. It's super chats alone. Excuse me. I know, Pat. Don't be sleeping. But this one, 450. From what I understand, and I've heard him talk about, this was a $2 million video to make. Now, you got to keep in mind, and I'm not going to be able to dig into his, obviously, because I don't have access to his numbers. But, you know, simple math. Let's go to, and I'll show you this. Let's go to Social Blade, and Social Blade will basically show you sort of a breakdown. Mr. Beast. He is ranked 4th in the country. Now, they have estimated earnings. He gained 2.7 million subscribers in the last 30 days. 363 million views. They estimate he makes about $2 million to $17 million a year. I mean, that's such a big number to be that skewed. But realistically, I mean that's where that's so far way off that they don't even have a clue. I mean, because let's put my name up there. Let's put Patdees. Shows my latest video. It says 0. Yeah, I mean estimated yearly earnings, and that's wrong. 1,000. And my video views are down because, like I said, I turned off one video. I'm 21,000 or less than 21,000 in the country though. I don't know how C+ ranking. That turning that one off really skewed my things there, but you can see I get average 250 a day. So let's type in who was the fastest growing YouTuber last year. There we go. WWE gets a lot. Dude Perfect. Let me see. Right here. Mr. Beast beats T-Series is the fastest growing YouTuber channel of 2021. Jimmy B Jimmy the Beast, he grew 37 million subscribers. Wow. So here it is, right here. 37 T-Series. Wow, and that's overseas yet, and they don't pay as good, but here you can see the breakdown. YouTube movies. They're saying that $54 million. Wow. Yeah, so he made $54 million last year. Now, a lot of that comes from sponsorships, YouTube views, but he might even make more than that because of selling merchandise. You know, that's a lot of things. If you watch his videos, he plows his money right back into growing the channel, and you know, he's taking care of his employees. So, I mean, if you're making $54 million, even hypothetically, if every employee made 50 grand, $50,000 at, let's just say, 75 employees, it's only $3.8 million. So he can afford to pay 75 employees. And there are some that he's pretty close with friends there that he gives money away. So a lot of his videos actually lose him money based on views, but because he gives the money back out to people or the things that he does, you know, when you're giving out 100 cars and doing different things like that, but he's making money off the sponsorship, he's making off the, you know, at the end of the day, at $54 million, even if he's only netting half that, he's still doing pretty good. And there was another YouTuber, and I'm not going to mention names, that said they went out and like an influencer meeting out in California, and basically said that Jimmy came in sweatshirts and sweatpants and just very humble, and that's nice to see. I like that he's doing fun videos and he's giving back, and people, you know, but it's not easy to be Mr. Beast because, again, the structure that he has now and the money that he can invest in doing to all this stuff, very hard to. So great for him. I don't need to be Mr. Beast. I am not Mr. Beast. I would love to honestly make enough one day, I would say, to pay for a van to go out on the road a little bit more as a reseller. A lot of times I currently rent a van. So my goal is to grow the channel this year to 10,000 subscribers and get to a point where I'm probably getting 40 to 60,000 views a month. And that's very doable. That at 8 videos, that would only be roughly an average of 8 to 10,000 videos each, 8 to 10,000 views each. So, wish me luck. I hope that helped you guys if you're interested in doing YouTube and a little bit behind the scenes, what a small YouTuber like myself and versus what Jimmy makes. So I hope you guys will give me thumbs out, share this out, and if you're new to YouTube, and just keep grinding at it, and best advice I can give is keep grinding at it. Don't give up, and stick to a niche. Stick to one subject. So if you're gonna work at a junkyard and you want to show junkyard stuff, you know, people coming in and scrapping, and you want to show cars getting. If you're a guy that, you know, drives a bus and you want to show the interactions and, you know, of driving a bus in the city in New York City, stuff like that, do that. I have another channel, and it's a small channel. It's called Money Me. I talk about stocks and money on that. I used to talk a little bit about that on this channel. Again, I realized that I need to go and talk about that stuff over there. That channel only has about 350 subscribers, and but there's a lot to talk about on that channel. It is a very competitive in the financial. The financial CPM pays more than the reselling CPM, but you know, what I like about it is it's I don't have to go out somewhere to film. I can film here at my house in my basement studio, and there's always subject matter because the market's open Monday through Friday, 52 weeks a year, except for holidays, and so there's a lot to discuss over there. So again, appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. My name is Patdees, and subscribe. Let's get me to 10,000 subscribers. Have a good day.